Assalamu alaikum. So today I'm going to demonstrate how to install this very popular artwork from our portfolio. This is Surah Fatiha. It's in a circular shape. It usually comes in 3 or 5 pieces depending on its size. So I'm just going to demonstrate how to install these multi-piece artwork on the wall. So as when I mentioned, this particular one is in 5 pieces. So you see there is a centerpiece right here. Then the top ring here has 2 pieces. So there's piece number 1, which is top right. Then we have piece number 2 here for the top ring, which is top left. Then same goes with the bottom. So this is piece number 3 or 4, whatever you want to call it. And this is another piece right here. So this one comes in 5 pieces because of its dimension, and also it's cheaper to ship this way if it's smaller components. But again, if you notice, once it's all put together, you can barely tell where the joints are. I mean, it just looks seamless right here. So I'm just gonna try to install this on the wall, and I am gonna be doing it with just my one hand. The other one, as you notice, is a little bit crooked, but yeah, let's try this. So the very first step is you start with the centerpiece. You find a point on the wall right here. Like I put a point on the wall, and it's better that you just measure where it's supposed to go in the center, and then mark a point. Let's say I just chose this point here, right? So with a pencil or a pen, you mark a point here on the wall, take it out, and then on that point, put a nail just like I did here, right? So it's a small finishing nail. It doesn't have to be really heavy duty because these artworks are fairly light. So you notice now the centerpiece is on the wall. Next step is similarly you put the first half of the top ring on its place, and then you mark a couple of points. So I'm gonna pause here and I'll mark those points, put the nails, and then I'll be right back. So here's the top right part installed. So what I did, I actually found 2 spots. One was right here, the other one was right here. So once I marked those spots, I put the nails on the wall, and then you just have to remember which points you marked, and then you will just rest this piece on that. So now you have the center and top right installed. So let's go with the rest of them. See, that's how I install the second piece. So second piece, it requires a little bit more finesse, but it's the same concept. You basically place it right next to the first one and ensure that it's joined as it's expected, as as you see in the put the whole artwork on the floor or somewhere where you can see where these connections are. And then similarly you mark a spot. So I marked a spot here, and I marked a spot here, put the nails on the wall, and now these 2 pieces are connected. So this is how you install the first one in the top circle. And the same concept goes for bottom, so I'm not going to bore you guys with this concept, but let me just show you one quick step. So you notice when you install the bottom one, you ensure that these 2 pieces are aligned, and then this is how it goes. Because if you try to kind of make a full complete circle like that, and there's a gap like this, it may distort the installation because the other piece of the bottom is slightly longer. So you should install it this way here. So I have this piece installed as well. So you notice I put a nail right here and a nail right here. So the third piece is in its place. I'm going to show you the fourth one, which I mentioned. It's slightly longer than the previous 3. So you carefully align that. This is how it goes. Okay, just like that. And you notice it fits just perfectly, and it's complete circle. So let me put nails on for this one, Then I'll show you the whole thing in a second. All right, so the whole thing is on the wall now. So you notice for the last one, put a nail right here, and there's one right here. So that's how it's a bit of a tedious but straightforward process. But you may need to do some pre-work before you start with putting nails on the wall. So make sure you put it on the floor or somewhere where you can kind of understand how these pieces are connected with each other. And once you get that picture, I would suggest put a bounding box around this on the wall, so you can where it should go on the wall, like in the center piece. So measure the dimensions, figure out where it needs to go, then start with the first one here, put this right on the center of that your imaginary box, and then work your way up. So inshallah, feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.